Welcome to today's journey through history, art, and the serene beauty of final resting places. Today, we're exploring 3 hauntingly beautiful cemeteries from around the world, each with its unique narratives etched into the landscape of our collective human heritage. These are spaces where the living meets the legacy of the dead, spaces that invite contemplation, respect, and an undeniable connection to the past. Our first stop takes us to the Old Jewish Cemetery in Prague, Czech Republic. Nestled within the Josefov, Prague's Jewish quarter, this cemetery is an extraordinary chronicle of life and death that dates back to the 15th century. Imagine a place where time seems to have stood still, where the dense foliage of ancient trees casts dappled shadows over stone markers leaning at odd angles, a visual testament to the many layers of history contained within. As you delve deeper into the heart of this cemetery, you begin to uncover the stories of those who rest here, including Rabbi Loew, known for the legend of the Golem of Prague, and Mordecai Mazel, mayor of the Jewish town. Each of these 12,000 tombstones, stacked upon one another due to the limited space and the prohibition against removing old graves, carries a narrative waiting to be heard. The inscriptions hold tales of centuries-old communities, their struggles, their culture, and their profound impact on Prague's history. Walking through the old Jewish cemetery, you'll notice the haunting beauty in the disarray, each stone marker a character in the cemetery's story. It's a tribute to resilience, a sacred space that has withstood the test of time, wars, and countless historical events. As tourists respectfully wander the pathways, it becomes evident that this place is not only about remembrance, but also about understanding the rich tapestry of human experience. Now, before we move on to our next captivating cemetery, I'd like to invite you, if you're as intrigued by these tales as I am, to take a moment and consider subscribing to our channel. Your support enables us to unearth more compelling stories just like these. Feel free to like this video if you're enjoying the journey so far, and do share your thoughts with us in the comments. Have you ever visited a cemetery that left a lasting impression on you? We'd love to hear about it. Now, let us set sail across the Atlantic to the charming southern city of Savannah, Georgia, where we find the Bonaventure Cemetery, immortalized by the famous book and movie Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. This public cemetery is a masterpiece of Victorian cemetery design, renowned for its striking scenery and cultural significance. With avenues lined with live oaks draped in Spanish moss, you can't help but feel as if you've entered a different world, one that whispers stories from the past through the rustling leaves and ornate mausoleums. At Bonaventure, every plot, every statue and symbol carries its own unique legend. Adorned with beautiful sculpture, the cemetery showcases funerary art that elevates it beyond a mere burial ground to a veritable outdoor museum reflective of the Victorian era's fascination with death and the afterlife. The residents of Bonaventure, including notable figures like poet Conrad Aiken and the hauntingly depicted Little Gracie Watson, are surrounded by exquisite sculptures of angels, obelisks, and family vaults that bespeak both social status and personal sorrow. Such artistry and memorialization encourages reflection on legacies and the stories left behind. It sparks a curiosity about the wanderings of those who came before us. Consider little Gracie's delicately carved stone visage, capturing the 5-year-old's innocent beauty, which, according to local lore, often leaves visitors with a sense of spiritual communication and presence that vibrates throughout the cemetery's lush expanse. Aside from the beauty and the legends, The Bonaventure has had a profound effect on cultural perceptions of cemeteries. With the idyllic backdrop, the permeating silence, and the almost surreal energy, it's easy to see why the place has, time and again, inspired artists, writers, and those seeking reflection. And much like the old Jewish cemetery in Prague, Bonaventure transcends its role as a historical archive, offering visitors a space for both solace and the unwavering recognition of our shared mortality. Before we step into our final location, remember that liking this video and subscribing to our channel not only supports our content, but also keeps you connected with unique tales from around the globe. For those who have been captivated by these stories, we warmly encourage engagement through comments and discussion down below. Share your perspectives and enrich our community with your insights. Now we journey on to the picturesque hills of Kyoto, Japan, to a place where tradition meets tranquility, the Okunoin Cemetery, part of the sacred Koyasan mountain complex. Okunoin is the largest cemetery in Japan and serves as the most sacred site in Shingon Buddhism. It is the final resting place for over 200,000 souls, including the mausoleum of Kobo Daishi, the founder of Shingon Buddhism, who, it is believed, remains in eternal meditation as he awaits the Buddha of the future. The myriad pathways of Okunoin wind through towering centuries-old cedar trees, leading to tombs that are marvels of religious symbolism and honorific status. The lantern-lit trails that spiral through the cemetery create an ethereal atmosphere, particularly in the evening when the stone monuments and silent prayers of the faithful seem to blend into one spiritual tapestry. Against the rich green backdrop of Koyasan's forests, these gravestones and mausoleums offer a chronological tale not only of personal lineage, but of Japanese history, cultural shifts, and religious devotion. In Okunoin, one can observe the continuity of life, death, and legacy, with the stones erected as memories solidified in time. Visitors often partake in the act of placing water on the monuments, a symbolic gesture to honor and cleanse the spirits of the departed. Here, amidst this profound dedication to honoring the dead, there is a living lesson about reverence, tradition, and the peaceful coexistence with those who have touched the fabric of our history, leaving impressions that ripple through time. As cemetery enthusiasts and seekers of the past's enigmatic allure, these three hauntingly beautiful cemeteries afford us the sacred opportunity to commune with history's whispering voices. They provide a rare perspective on how cultures across the globe venerate and remember those who have passed on. Now, I must pause our exploration and encourage you once again to engage with us through the wonders of modern technology. Your feedback, comments, and participation are greatly valued and contribute wonderfully to the collective appreciation of these narratives. Do take a moment to like, subscribe, and share, ensuring together we keep history alive through the stories we tell and remember. And please stay tuned for more explorations of beauty, mystery, and the eternal dance with time.